Hi, this is Vicki Romaine with Cheerful Greetings, and today we're going to attack a problem. Okay, we have had Thanksgiving, we have had Black Friday, and we have had Cyber Monday. So now we need to get those Christmas cards going, and you need to have a way of getting as many done as you can or that you need in a small length of time. So the best way to do that is do it at assembly line, plus to have some help from some of your tools. In front of me I have a 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I've cut it in half, and I have folded a bunch of them. Actually, what I had was 6 sheets of cardstock, and when I cut them in half, I have 12. So now I have 12 cards to work with. And I may only show 1 or 2 as I'm doing the tutorial, but the idea is to do them all the same method at one time. In other words, do all your folds, and then we'll go on to do everything else. And I folded it in half. The next thing I want to do is emboss it. And so I have an embossing folder that I like, and I'm going to put the front piece inside. I want to make sure it goes all the way up to the top, all the way over to the left, and that is it, and that there's nothing sticking out at the bottom, because I want it to imprint or emboss all the way to the bottom. So we have that. And then after it's done, we have a couple of them here that I've done. And this is the embossing folder that I chose, which is very pretty, I think. Okay, so now we have that. I know I want a cinnamon on all my cards, and I've been playing with different ones, and so I have made my cinnamons. At least I've done a few of them, but I've cut out a bunch. And I have put pop dots on the dimensionals on the back, and these are the 2 we're going to. These are the 3 we'll probably use, and the rest are waiting, ready to be used after I do my tutorial. Okay, here's what I'm going to be putting on them, and that's a poinsettia. Now I have a couple of different poinsettias here, and a couple of different cards that I've already made, and this one is bright and colorful, but I don't really care for it. Someone else may, but each person is different. So what I like, you may not like. This one I like a little better. I put a little coloring in the background. And this one I left plain. It doesn't have anything on the embossing. This one is embossed and has some stones on it, and so does this one. And just the placement of the sentiment is different in that one. And in this particular one, I put some stickles in the middle of the flower. So that gives you an idea of what we're going to do. Now you thought, well, boy, it took a long time to cut out all those leaves and petals of the flower. Well, it does not the way I did it. I was at a craft event in Lebanon, Tennessee, which is down the road from me, and I saw this booth where a lot of people were standing around. I thought I'd go see what was going on. So I have found this lady. Her name is Captain Meraki. That's the name of her site, and she has these poinsettias that are all printed out in different patterns. And that was the same. That one's different. There are 4 different patterns. And also in the bundle, she has a stencil. And the stencil, let's see, I have one of these pages I was getting ready to cut. Anyway, she has her die cut fixed so that it will match up with the flowers themselves and the leaves. So if you watch what you're doing and put it on here correctly, it will cut the whole thing out at one time. And if you look as I turn the pages, you will see the flowers and the leaves were in the same position on each page. And so that's how you get all of these petals and flowers cut out. And so that is part of the thing, of the bundle. And then you also have a stamp that you can stamp and not worry about having the pre-printed patterns. And then you can sit and color if you have a lot of time. But in my case, I don't have a lot of time. And if I do, I'll be doing my coloring last. So, see, that matches up exactly. That is why you can do this assembly line. It really works. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is pick out my patterns. I got them in bundles here. We'll go with this one first. And see, it's all cut out. And now you have some white places, but that doesn't matter if you put it on a white card. And even if you weren't putting it on a white card, it's fairly even, and most of the time we fussy cut anyway. So I decide how I want my flower to be. I think I'm going to put this one down here in the corner, bottom corner, and I'm going to put my sentiment in the top. And we'll do it like that. I think that's the way I'm going to have it positioned. And now the next thing to do is get out a little glue and put cutouts on a card. And you will see that once you have all of this cut out and put together, it doesn't take any time to make your card. Actually, it takes me more time to get the glue on the card than it does to actually make it. And let's see, I've forgotten how I had it. I think I wanted it something like this. And if you notice, I'm going to let some of my petals go off the card. Okay, now we'll go with the flower itself. See how I want that. We'll do it this way. She has some other sets besides the poinsettia. I think she's got a spring bouquet for one thing. I'm not sure what all is on her website. And there's not a right way or a wrong way to put your poinsettia on. Just put it on the way you like it. And since my sentiment is already stamped and the dimensions are already on it, it won't take any time to get the card finished. Now, I'm not doing the insides because I may want to stamp it. It depends on who I'm giving it to. I may want to stamp it. I may want to write a message. Okay, we're going to put a little sentiment here. I've turned the card over to the back side so I could really see where the pedal sticks over. Okay, there we go. And on this one, I don't think I'll put any stickles or, well, I could put a couple of stones right in the middle here. This particular one, I think I'm going to write a message on the inside. These stones have a little bit of tape underneath. So that's what makes them sticky. And these stones come in various sizes. So I just picked them at random. This because the center part of the poinsettia isn't necessarily always the same size. Okay, there's my card, finished. I didn't tie myself, but that was a quick card. All right, let's do one more so you can get the idea. I like this one. This one I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to put my sentiment on next. Let's do it in black and white. Like. Let's see, maybe I'd rather have green. No, black and white. And this time I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna put the sentiment down in the corner. Now these dimensional, I want to show. I got a package of these at the dollar store when it was $1. And 3 of them came in a container for $1. This size, and one in between. And you got all 3 for $1. I haven't been in there since they raised their prices. I don't even know if they still have it or not. But I'm sure they're not $1 any longer. Okay, got one more. That goes there. This is Annie's Turbo Glue. I've got it in a small bottle with a small point on it. So I had to water it down some, and because it was too thick. And I wrote them, and I asked them could I make it thinner so I could use it. And they said just put some water on it. You just don't want to put too much. And I'm going to put this one so the flour kind of comes over on the cinnamon. Trying to decide which way I want the flour to look. I think we'll go do it that way. Again, I have some leaves sticking off on the side. Now, if you noticed, well, you can see with this stack of flowers here, this has a third piece. See, this is another one that I already have cut out with the die cut. It's got 3 pieces. In fact, all of them do. Sometimes I don't put the third piece on, like I didn't on this one. But this one I think I will. Or I could put it somewhere else on here if I had enough room. And I could have put a dimensional underneath that, but I chose not to. Okay, I'm going to cut the leaves down. And this is my card. Similar, but different. This only has the 2 pieces. This has all 3 pieces, or 2 pieces of flour. And again, I could either do put stones on here, or this one. Why don't we just do a few stickling? I haven't done any stickles in a right good while. And this is a kind of a copper color. This one in reality is actually liquid pearls. Now, if you use liquid pearls or stickles or anything like that, put it on, and then set it somewhere way out of reach. Because if you don't, you'll probably will do just like I do. Reach over and get it and put something on top of it. And that mashes your stickles down. Plus, it gets the stickles on the item that's behind it. And you want your liquid pearls and all to sit up. So here we go. And I have, like I said, the way to do this is do it in assembly line. I've got all of these now that are cut and folded. I've got a few that have already been embossed. I've got some of my sentiments already stamped, and I have a couple of my flowers already done. And so I'm ready now to get in with the mix of things and get my Christmas cards finished and in the mail. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you got some ideas from it. And in the meantime, come back and see me and see what else I have in store for you for next time. And don't forget, please subscribe. And have a great crafting day. See you later. Bye.